does it feel to play on the Jays?
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, amazing, especially for you
Yeah, you may
guys.
remember these next guests from the Jays' playoff run last year. Siblings Hugo and Meredith are the young aspiring reporters and baseballers who've interviewed some of the biggest MLB stars. And they've also been interviewed by some of Toronto's biggest news stars. I'm kidding. But they join us now for more on what they're looking forward to as we head into this new season. Hugo, Meredith, good morning. Thank you both for being back here this morning. So many of our viewers are so enthusiastic about, the interviews we had last year. So it's great to have you back. Spring training is underway now. You guys have got your Jays gear on. You're ready for the new season. Meredith, have you recovered yet from last year's World Series? And how are you feeling about this year's team?
I feel like we're going to be better than last year's team.
Better, yeah? Do you mean like win the World Series better?
Yeah.
Yeah? Hugo, what about you? Why are you feeling good about this year's Jays team?
I'm feeling good about this year's team because if you lose last year's team, you're usually more pumped about the next year.
Yeah.
And then they're going to keep fighting.
There's definitely some fire in the Jays this year, right? They came so close to that World Series victory in 2 games, Game 6 and 7 in Toronto last year. Seeing if they can reverse that. Hugo, they lost Bichette, but they picked up Okamoto. What do you like about the pickup of Okamoto, and do you think they're going to really miss Bichette this year?
The fact that he's played on Japan is already a big thing. Yes, he came from Japan all the way to Toronto.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's playing on us is great because he plays great third baseman, and he hits lots of home runs. So it'll be great.
Yeah, I think it's going to be exciting. And when we were talking, Meredith, earlier, you mentioned the fact that Chris Bassett isn't part of the team. You were a big Chris Bassett fan, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to miss him.
Yeah.
What do you like? What have you seen so far in spring training, or what have you been paying attention to in the offseason that you like about this year's Blue Jays, Meredith?
The hitting.
The hitting, yeah. They were hitting a lot of home runs last year. Davis Schneider, we were talking about him. So we had some people, I'm not sure if you guys have been watching this, but we had a couple of reporters down at spring training. Davis Schneider's glove, Hugo, you might be interested in this. It might be older than your dad. It's such an old glove. They were actually getting it stitched up because it's such an old glove. He just likes how your eyebrows just popped up when I said that to you. But he's got such a worn-in glove. He just loves it so much here. What do you remember the most about that World Series, Hugo? And what are you going to sort of take away from that as you cheer on the team this year?
I remember before the World Series, I remember I have a memory of me and my dad. We were sitting at a game in the outfield. And then when George Springer hit that 3-run home run, he blasted it, and everyone was just watching it. Yeah. And then when it just landed like that far away from us over there.
Oh,
probably.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, because we were sitting in the left side of the field. It was crazy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe it.
Amazing.
Everyone was just like yelling, high-fiving.
Yeah.
Just strangers.
Are there plans? You can both answer this. Are there plans to interview more ball players this year? Like, what are your strategies in terms of your reporting game going to be this year, Meredith? You're going to look for anybody in particular you want to talk to this year and ask some questions?
Okamoto.
Okamoto,
Cody Pons.
Yeah. Okay. What would you ask each of them if you could?
How do you feel on being on the Jays team now?
Yeah, perfect question. What about you, Hugo? Who would you have your eye on this year that you haven't spoken to yet, either on the Jays or any other major league team?
I have my eye on Dylan Cease, one of our new starting pitchers.
Yeah.
Cody Ponce and Kazuma Okamoto.
Okamoto, yeah, exactly. All right, we're going to be hearing a lot of those names for sure, and hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more of both of you as well as the season progresses. Opening day coming up end of March, so we'll look forward to that. Meredith, great seeing you again. Thanks so much. Good to see you. Hugo, pleasure
Good
as
to
always.
see you, Nick.
Thanks so much. Nice to see you both. Jays reporters, HM Kitties1 on Instagram.